Alright, hey everybody, welcome to the GoPro footage of my first Extreme Enduro. So first off, this is a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally do hair scrambles, and we all start in a line with a dead engine start.
Thank you.
This, we all have our engines running, and we start every 10 seconds. So I was feeling pretty good. Things were a little bit slick, but I felt like I was making some pretty good time. Then I came up on these two guys, and it didn't look like they knew where they were going, so I went ahead and made a pass. And then I was able to pass two more guys. And a few more guys. And it's really hard to tell, but the ground is super rocky, and it's all covered in leaves, so it makes it pretty slick. So it's really hard to get your balance on this stuff. And the GoPro, again, it just does not put anything to scale. This was super steep, going down to the right. And you can see here, this guy is definitely having trouble getting up this hill. So I looked over to the right, and people were having some issues over there. Looking up to my left, and it seemed like people were doing a little bit better over there. So I decided to go left. And this guy's having some issues, so I had to wait for him a little bit. And everything you're doing here is just so exhausting. Fighting gravity. So I get up that hill, and I was pretty stoked. I tried to get around this guy and make a nice little move here and get myself stuck. I got my back wheel stuck in between two slick rocks, and I literally just spun my tire for like a minute, and the guy that I had just tried to pass was stuck behind me, so I kind of felt bad about that. So this guy's saying he wants to try to get up that rock. I thought it looked a little bit slick.
Go for it. I'll know if I'll do it if you don't.
And at this point, I was so exhausted, I couldn't even form words. Now, it looked like he had a pretty easy time getting up it, but once he got up it, it didn't look like he had anywhere to go, so I decided to take a different route. So at certain times, like right now, I really couldn't make a pass. Now, if I was Graham Jarvis or Cody Webb, I could have, done some sort of wizardry and hopped up on those rocks to the left or done something crazy, but at my skill level, I just kind of had to wait until these guys cleared out. So after I made it out of there, things started to get even more difficult. Fell a few times. guy passed me. At this point, my leg went in this water, and I got just my entire leg soaked. There was water sloshing around in my boot, so that made things a little bit more interesting. In that fall, my boot came undone, so I had to fix that. And look, there's Kelly standing up on the ledge. Funny story. She thought that I was going to come around for another lap, but I'm so bad. I only made one lap. So she just stood there for 2 hours. But thanks for coming out, Kelly. So at this point, I thought I found a really cool way to go and made it up that, but then my swing arm got caught on this log and I was just stuck. No matter what I tried, I could not get my swing arm off this log. And at this point, my savior comes, this guy who goes by the name of Geraldo Lanzero.
Thank you. Let it go. Ugh.
He helps me get my swing arm off the log, and a little bit later on in the video, he also helps me get up this crazy steep hill.
Thank you. Keep going and just keep on it, man. Momentum always good run.
So things were going pretty well. I was exhausted, but I was really happy at how quickly I got through that rock garden section. And then this is where things start to go downhill. You can't really tell how steep it is off to the right, but it's pretty darn steep, and I lose my balance and just take a turn for the worst. So my bike's pinned up against this tree, and it's so steep going uphill, and I can't flip it downhill because of the tree. So I spend a solid minute just trying to finagle this bike into a position where I can get it up. At this point, I've lost a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to get this bike up. And when I get it up, I don't even know if I can get back up the hill. I was afraid I was just going to spin out and not be able to get up the hill. But I was able to get up the hill, and then my blood sugar goes low, so that's not good, and I was exhausted. So between the two, I was just done, and I had to honestly stop for about 5 minutes. Once I got back on the road, I came up to this ledge, and well, I'll let you watch. Anyway, so that went great. Got back on, tried it at another angle, got right up, no problem. Here, lose my balance a little bit, but able to recover. And then we came to these really cool cave things, and it wasn't too difficult to get through here, but I thought I'd show you anyway, because they're cool. I couldn't include the whole 2-hour race, but pretty much it was just one technical section to the next. There were no really rest areas. There was really no place that you could just catch your breath. Once you finished one technical section, you were on to another one. Now here, this thing went almost straight up. And it's hard to tell from the video, but it was loose and just straight up. So I went for it. These are going pretty well. I probably should have kept a little bit more traction going up, but I was doing the best I could with how exhausted I could, and I was doing pretty well. but my back tire slipped out right there. So I tried it again. And I almost got up. So that was probably the farthest I got up. And I really should have just pushed. But I went back and went for another go. And I tried this over and over again for probably about 45 minutes. I was stuck on this hill for a really long time. And it just wasn't happening for me. So this is this is a video that Geraldo took of me as I was trying to get up. Now, as you can see, I've got all my weight on my back tire, but because my weight was so far back, I wasn't able to balance on the bike. Someone pointed out on Facebook after seeing this video, my rear wheel is really rounded. I was using a tube instead of a mousse. I wasn't getting optimal traction because my tire wasn't flattening out on the dirt. So I wasn't getting a large enough tire patch. So, next one of these I do, I'm definitely going to go mousse and see if I can get a little bit more traction that way. At this point, my GoPro gets knocked down and I didn't notice. But Geraldo helped me find a new line, a little bit different than the way I was trying to get up. I had way more traction than I had going up the main line, and then I got stuck again. So at this point, the rescue crew arrived and I was able to get pulled up. As much as I wanted to do it on my own power, it just was not happening. My GoPro died shortly after this. But yeah, I finished a whole lap with a little bit of help and lived to fight another day. So definitely looking forward to my next one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this somewhat amusing to see me struggling so much, and I hope to bring you guys a few more videos like this.